see what you've got team-wise. Pretty decent so far.
Yeah. My dash completely.
Yep.
I was trying to go higher with my mouse, but it didn't want to cooperate.
Additionally, if you can be trying to put some more pressure on their supports, it prevents them from pushing in as easily.
Yeah.
You're farming up Blade well, which is good. Something to be aware of is where is your team position. Have a good idea of where the rest of your team is. You can see your Reaper and your Wrecking Ball. So you're 2 down at the moment, so you just want to be backing out. You'll be able to farm up the rest of your blades. You're 3 down, so you want to definitely just reset completely, encourage your team out. You don't want to get staggered. You definitely don't want to get staggered. So just wait for your team to get there. You could have given your Briggs some ult charge, but... Okay, so you have Nano and you have Blade. So make sure that your Ana can see you when you go for this Blade. And you don't want to be blading in a small room, because you'll just get caught out by the Junkrat. So yeah, go around in the open. There you go, now you've got a good Blade opportunity. And then Ana is the last one remaining. There you go, 4k. There you go, that was a bit of an improvement, wasn't it?
Sure. And I didn't have deflect. Oh well. That wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm. Already within 30 minutes you've gone from getting just 1 with Blade and not being able to track the enemies to getting 4 and being able to track them pretty well. So, good improvement so far.
Yeah. Oh.
Ah, you have no tanks anymore. That makes it more difficult.
Yeah. Mana still has Nano. I could probably farm up my Blade for that. Oh, maybe not. We're actually winning.
So, if your Reaper dies, you're going to need to touch point after him.
Yeah.
You should be able to finish off this target. You should be able to finish her off.
Keyword should be. Not clear where she went. I wasn't able to finish that target.
That's fine, as you get more used to the sensitivity and the fact that with it being lower you're going to have a bit more control, especially with small targets like that. It's going to be easier to hit those shots to finish off the target.
Sure.
And of course, you've literally just changed to a sensitivity of 4. So,
Yeah. Oh wow.
yeah, Nano's Bob is actually...
Yeah, I've never experienced that before. Wow. Oh, that was like half a second and I was dead.
So, yeah, you're going to need to go for a big blade here, probably. Just take the time to gauge what the situation is, and yeah, you probably need to want to blade this. There you go. Another nice 3k.
If only I didn't miss that one slash on Junkrat.
But it's a big improvement so far. Oh. Yeah, you don't need to be... Yeah, suicide there. That was a really, really good retake. And
Yep.
yeah, you got really good value out of both of those blades. So yeah, look to put some pressure on the supports. That's really, really good. You could have expected the Ana to nade there to heal herself, so you could have preemptively deflected that. Again, really nice pressure onto the supports. Dash to finish off the target. You're very low health. One shot will kill you, so there you go.
Yep.
You played that really, really well. Created the space for your team to push in. And you're 70 to play.
Yeah, I was trying to play around this thing.
Yeah, that was very good. And you were hitting more headshots as well, I noticed. Which is always huge. So finish off the Mercy. You may... Yeah, this could be a good blade opportunity. And yeah, take the time to heal up. See if your Ana's got nano for you. Yep. So if you use blade where your Ana can see you, but you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Oh, very close to the dash.
Too close. No nano anymore.
Obviously, if you're playing in a 6 stack and you have an Ana, you can coordinate with your Ana to actually nano you. You can say, I'm going to go for a blade, I'll dash up in the air. Big blade here. That was pretty good. You got 2. But yeah, much, much better target tracking during your blades.
Who did I kill again? I wasn't really paying attention.
You killed their Mercy and their Ashe.
Oh. Thought that was Ana. Oh well.
I just registered it as one of the supports.
Yeah.
Something else to listen out for, like, just use your ears and listen for key cooldowns. Like if you hear an Ana use nade, or if you see the health buff or the purple effect on your teammates, you know that she doesn't have nade available.
Yeah. This is the first one.
So obviously you could have shuriken before you dash there as well, but those are little things.
Yeah.
No, I'm very, very happy with the improvement so far. So we can go again and continue to see the improvement. So what are
Want
your
me to do some hit scan?
Yes, obviously you are very welcome to choose whichever heroes you wish to. So if you want to move over to hit scan, then we can.
Yeah, I'll try some Widow then. Feel like I've been going on and off playing her. Sometimes it's going really well, and sometimes I'm just not hitting a single shot.
The key thing to note is that since the sensitivity has changed, you're probably finding it a lot harder to hit shots.
Yeah, probably.
What I did is just adjusted sensitivity, got a bit used to it, training range for 5 minutes, jumped into a quick play game, picked McCree, and then just looked at accuracy. And for me, when I was on the wrong sensitivity, my accuracy was about 20-25% at most. And when I was then on a better sensitivity, I was suddenly on 35-40%. It's like, oh wow, I'm actually hitting shots. So
Yeah.
You really feel when you're on a better sensitivity for you.
Sure.
Something you can also use when you're in the spawn, you can use that time to just warm up your shots as well. You can pick a target on the wall or anything and just warm up.
I guess, yeah.
Something I always advise people to do. So if you're in spawn for that time, use it.
Yeah. Wasn't looking at ammo.
Je ne vais plus clasher. This would help.
You're almost making your life more difficult by almost flicking from as far away from the target as you can. You know,
Yeah.
you can move your crosshair closer to the target so that your flicks are shorter distances. So that rather than it being just a massive flick, it's almost like a small correction. So you're almost looking to try and track the target and then flick to the head.
Yeah.
Hello, Reliant Saber. We're doing some coaching for one of my followers at the moment. So yeah, look to try and track the Zen as well as then flick to his head. So you're looking to track the target. Just try and track the target, and then it's a small adjustment flick to the head.
Yeah.
So, if you try Soldiers Taken, so you can try picking McCree, and then see just sort of how that gameplay compares, and if you feel like you're getting a bit more value out of the hero.
Yeah.
Because Widow is if you miss, you know, you lose a lot of value. McCree is a little bit more consistent in his damage output. You can go forwards. Your Roadhog's on point. You can try and go for the easier targets like the Zen. There you go. And then you can go for the Mercy. So she'll probably want to res.
Yeah.
Yeah. You possibly could have put a bit more pressure on her. So the Tracer's coming around to your right at the moment. So wait until she comes in, and then you can flashbang and shoot her. You don't need to try and outmaneuver her. She'll come to you. That's an okay accuracy, Vico. I'd say, yeah, 56, 54. Ideally, you want to try and be getting above 60.
It's not happening.
We do not have time to wait. As time
That's probably it.
My personal view on hit scan is that. Wait, okay, let's say that. Let's do some really easy math. Let's say that one of your shots were to do 100 damage, and you have 10 shots to fire. If you only hit 1 in 10 shots, you're only doing, you know, 10% damage output. You're only doing 100 damage, so you're not getting a huge amount of value. The reason hit scan becomes very, very strong in higher ranks is because of the way it scales. Because they're then hitting 7, 8, 9 shots, and suddenly the damage output of hit scan players begins to overtake their projectile counterparts. So I think hit scan is one that you can train in the background, but I often think that projectile you'll often find yourself having a lot more impact, whereas hit scan is you're either having a lot of impact or no impact. That's why Soldier's a good hero to pick up, because you can literally just hold down mouse 1 in the approximate direction of the enemy, and you can already get a decent amount of value out of him.
Yeah.
So for the next game, I'm going to recommend that you try and insta-lock Soldier, and just see how that compares.
Sure.
Getting some very nice, quick, fast Q times.
Yeah. That's one good thing about playing in plat.
Mm-hmm.
I do play this hero every now and then when I feel like I can put value out of him. Tend to forget though that Soldier actually exists and that he is useful in many situations.
Mm-hmm.
One shot, one kill.
You've still got the Orb of Discord on you. Now it's off of you.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Oh,
put
wow.
down your healing station, was
Yeah.
the issue there.
I kind of got one shot without realizing that I was low.
No rest for the weary.
So for you viewers, I'm just going to put some boxes around some things that are areas that you want to be every so often looking at to see what your health is, what your abilities available are, and the kill feed. It may seem obvious, but a lot of people don't actually check it
Oh wow.
as much as they should.
The war goes on.
I did just realise that because it's on screen capture mode, I might... What's the easiest way to do that? I can just make it do... I'll try and work out the best way to do it via OBS.
Thank you.
I feel pretty useless.
Yeah, there's not an easy way to do it, so we won't bother with that today.
Like I don't have any impact at all.
No one can hide from my sight.
So Soldier is a consistent source of damage output. You can whittle down shields, you can whittle down opponents. You just need to make sure that you're using natural cover more effectively.
Not dead yet.
It would be a bit easier if we had a tank.
Mm-hmm. There's a tracer to your left. There you go. You forced her recall, so that's a win for you. You don't necessarily need to kill a target. You've already forced her recall, so that puts you in a better position.
Yeah.
Trying to take a long-range fight with a Widow is a difficult one to do. Too cheeky. The reason I've got him to go from Widow to McCree to Soldier is that Widow is most reliant on hitting those shots. McCree gives you a little bit more leeway, and then Soldier gives you the most. So if you can't get value out of Soldier because your aim isn't good, you're not going to be able to get value out of Widow unless you happen to be really, really good at flick shots but not at tracking. So it's essentially going through the heroes in terms of... People pick Widow because I guess it's like high risk, high reward, and then McCree is less risk but slightly less reward, and then Soldier's the least risk but the least reward of the three.
Their inevitable defeat is becoming reality. Just a little bit longer and we win.
So from what I can see, you have decent game sense and decent positioning. So I think you can build up your aim. Like you can go into training range and you can try and improve your aim. Essentially, someone that's watching the stream has just said, in lower ranks you might as well play projectile, and that's basically essentially what I was going to say, is that projectile is really, really strong because it has a lot more margin for error. Now, if you're Pharah, for example, you don't have to hit exactly where the target is, you just have to hit near the target.
Yeah.
So I think that while you can continue to sort of train on McCree and Widowmaker, I think you want to be so let's say that you have 10 seconds where you're not hitting any shots as Widowmaker. That's essentially 10 seconds where it's a 5v6 for your team. If you're... One of the reasons Junkrat's really popular, especially sort of in Diamond and below, is that it's just a constant source of damage. Hanzo as well. So I think, you know, focus on your projectile heroes for now. You can, again, try and improve your hit scan, just train up in the background. But I think, you know, you said it exactly there in your game, that you weren't feeling like you were, you know, contributing much.
Yeah.
And...
do some Hanzo.
Yes. So, something that I said to the stream was that Widowmaker is high risk, high reward. McCree is less risk, less reward, and Soldier is the least risk of the three and the least reward. In terms of Widowmaker, one headshot kills a target. McCree is a headshot and a body shot, and then Soldier, you're hitting... You need to hit more shots. But if you're struggling to have impact to Soldier or McCree, I think Widow's a really interesting hero, because if someone is Diamond or even Masters and below on Widow, they're going to have... You worry about them a lot less. However, when you get sort of Grandmaster Top 500 Widows, suddenly they're having a huge amount of impact. And it makes sense for those people to be on Widow rather than Soldier, because they are hitting shots.
Yeah.
Pharah is a really, really strong projectile hero to pick up in Diamond and below, partly for the reason that in Diamond and below you don't have the best hit scan players in the world. What tends to happen is if someone is really good on hit scan, they'll very quickly climb through the ranks, and you know, if you've got someone that's a god on Widow so that no one against her can play Pharah, they're probably going to climb to Masters quite easily.
Yeah. I do play Pharah.
So Pharah, Junkrat, even Mei and Torb, Symmetra. I personally think that these heroes are a lot of fun. I really enjoy projectile heroes, whereas Hitscan is just, you know, click, heads. I think I enjoy projectile heroes, personally. Remember, you can use storm arrows to burst down targets or shields. You haven't used your storm arrows in the last 40 seconds. Again, you're doing quite large flicks here, whereas just try and track the target and then do small corrective flicks.
Yeah. Not sure why I do that. It's a bad habit.
The key with breaking habits or introducing good habits is just to be aware of them and then very actively be focusing on that. So you can literally go into a game and go, right, this game, I'm just going to focus on reducing the distance that I'm flicking from and trying to track the targets more. And that can be your focus for that game. And at the end, you can review and how you've progressed towards that. And that's the best way to make progress. A lot of people just play the game but don't make any progress because they're not goal focused.
Yeah.
The Orisa shield is doing a lot for them, and you are in the best position to destroy the Orisa shield for your team.
Yeah.
So look around for where your healers are, and then... So you've got a Zen, and yeah, you've got to make sure that he can maintain sight lines on you to heal you.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Zarya's currently struggling against their Orisa barrier, which is something you can help with. She hasn't even charged up to a grab yet because that Orisa barrier is up. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to just be the person who bursts down shields. So I would just storm arrow into the shield. Just take their shield down, and then your team can push in. They're going to be forced to use natural cover to fall back a bit. There you go. I like storm arrows because it means that you don't have to worry about hitting as many shots. You just fire in approximately their direction.
Yeah.
So you want to focus down Bob here. Okay, you managed to kill him.
Oh wow, did I get a headshot?
I think that was 2 body shots from their Ashe.
Start over at the beginning.
Graviton surge is ready. Everyone, on the objective. My ultimate is ready.
There you go. You just bursted down the shield and your Widow managed to get the shot in there as well.
I do not want to break that thing when I'm standing next to it.
So yeah, that McCree shot you a few times before you
Yeah.
took notice.
Kind of had my eyes on the Mercy, and while I was realizing that McCree was right next to me.
You were close to a Mega, but you did not take the Mega health kit.
Yeah. I'm realizing these mistakes right after I make them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, right after I die.
That's good though. A lot of people just might just blame something else and then go, oh, I was doing fine. The fact that you're thinking about why did I die, and then you're then thinking about that and then making changes, that's the way to improve.
Yeah.
Your Zarya still has grab if you can build up to a Dragon Strike. Your Zarya's dead.
My aim was completely off the entire fight. I didn't hit a single shot.
So your grab has got grab, so wait until she uses grab before you use Dragon Strike.
Yeah.
Look at the silhouette of your Zarya, so you know where she is, so you're ready to use your Dragon Strike as soon as she grabs. I see a lot of Hanzo who just wander off and forget where their Zarya is, and then their Zarya uses grab and they have no idea where the grab is.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to combo, always keep eyes on the person that you're looking to combo with. You don't need to play as far forwards here, because you don't want to die, because otherwise you won't have the combo. So play safe. You already got the point, so you don't need to do anything more. Okay, I'm seeing some good improvements as well. Since you're Hanzo, you don't need to play close at all, really. Now that you're bursting down the Orisa shield, your team's able to actually push a lot easier.
Yeah.
And you're able to get some good shots in as well. So you can just see how small changes like using Storm Arrows on an Orisa shield makes a massive difference between, you know, you being held indefinitely to just pushing them constantly. And again, your Zarya's still got grabs, so she should use it here. Is she gonna use it? There you go.
Oh.
So just prioritize staying alive, because when you're alive, you can be outputting damage.
Yeah.
All of that build up with a grab. She very much didn't use it very optimally.